peace must be our goal and our guide. And all that we strive for as a human family, dignity and hope, progress and prosperity, depends on peace. But peace depends on us.
Immediately, it would have caused a serious problem to a point where South Africa will not be liberated. They were a frontline state. They gave us a passage. They accommodated us. We stayed in their homes. They gave us food. They gave us shelter. They never called us names. Today, it's our turn to say thank you. We become animals. It is not the spirit of Ubuntu what you are doing to these comrades of Zimbabwe. Comrades, the white people, the way they control us, we love them and we say they give us jobs. But the way they've made us to hate each other, even if a Nigerian was to come here and create 100,000 jobs, you will still beat that Nigerian because you want 100,000 jobs provided by a white man. When it is a job provided by a black man, it's not a job enough. They've instilled in you a culture of self-hate. You lack confidence in black people because you are not confident yourself. So it is not correct that all Nigerians are drug dealers. They are Nigerian drug dealers. We must find them. We must deal with them decisively. We must isolate them. We must isolate them and teach them a lesson which they will never forget, so that they don't leave South Africa to go and try it somewhere else, particularly in the African continent. We do not dispute that they are drug lords from Nigeria. But not all Nigerians are drug lords. You know the drug lords, bloody cowards. You are scared of them. You don't say to us, EFF, here are the names of the drug lords who have opened cases. Here are the case numbers. We will go and fetch the Nigerian drug lords. We are not scared of them. A Nigerian drug lord is not a black person. He's not even a Nigerian. He's a non-white. Anyone who feed drugs on our children, you have denied your status of blackness. Because black people do not do wrong things. We don't feed each other poisons. We protect each other. So anyone, whether you are a Nigerian, whether you are a South African in El Dorado Park, it doesn't matter. Drugs is drugs. They know no nationality. It doesn't mean when a drug is supplied by a Nigerian, it's more powerful than the one that is supplied by a South African. It remains a drug. It is illegal. It must be punished. But no one is going to brush all Nigerians with the same brush. The banks in Nigeria are owned by black Nigerians. They own properties. Nigerians in that entertainment industry, they are not competing with South Africa. They are competing with America. When you see a Nigerian artist, when you see a music video of a Nigerian, you will mistaken it for Americans. They are moving. You are busy with machete. People are working on themselves. People are beginning to appreciate that there is nothing better about America. Africa is more beautiful and more richer than America. Even here in Africa, we can do it. There are no borders in South Africa, in Africa. There are no borders. Some of you say, no, President, leave this thing of borders. The other one even sent me a message that, President, can we get a secret ballot on borders? If you are not a dictator, make us members to vote if we want borders or not. But the reality is, there are no borders. You want me to give you a ballot paper to vote on whether you want imperialism or not. Yet you joined an anti-imperialist organization. Everything that reflects imperialism, we reject it in totality. We don't want to see it. We can't vote about that. It's not open for discussion. There are no borders in Africa. These borders were imposed by imperialism, and we are not going to recognize them. These are our neighbors. What divides us is a fence. What divides us is a street. Just cross the street and come and ask for a salt. Just cross the street and come and ask for meal. That's how we grew up here in Soweto. We never said, you are not from here, we can't give you a meal. You are never from here, we can't give you a salt. This thing that you look at as countries, they are as simple as narrow, like neighborhood. These are our neighbors. They are not Zimbabweans. The same way, there will be the Ndlozi family this side, there will be Malema family this side. This is a South Africa family, that's a Zimbabwe family. We are divided by a fence. You don't have a salt, come and fetch the salt. In bags, you don't have meal, come and fetch meal, because that's what we did. We gave you meal, because we know one day we'll run short of meal, and I will not come. My child will come and say, my father said, you remember the meal, you must return. That's how we are as Africans. When they are here, it is our turn to protect them. Their turn will come. When we go to Zimbabwe, we'll just say to them, you remember us. Because we are neighbors. Comrades, there is no one who's going to tell us how we should unite this continent of Africa. No white man is going to do that. No white man. Look at what they did in Libya. I was in the ANC where I went to attack Libya. I stood up and told Zuma that you have sold out Gaddafi. And Gaddafi gave you money to be a president of the ANC because you voted for no-fly zone. And they used that to attack Gaddafi. And when they were attacking Gaddafi, the white people came to us and said, oh, what was he doing to his people? He was killing his own people. That's fine.
In truth, there are no borders. These borders were imposed on us by imperialism, so says leader of the EFF, Julius Malema, at the memorial service taking place in Soweto.
Good afternoon, Africa. Good afternoon, wherever you are in Africa. Thank you very much, the continent of Africa. All of you, wherever you are in Africa. Thank you very much. From Tripoli, Cairo, Cape Town, Johannesburg, Harare. Good afternoon. Good afternoon wherever you are in Maputo, Dar es Salaam, Gaborone, Luanda, Kinshasa. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, viewers. This is Punchline Africa Television, broadcasting the only television station that broadcasts things that air Africa, that touch Africa, that discuss Africa. What aims Africa? What kills Africa? Why do we make self-inflicted wounds? Good afternoon, Abuja. Good afternoon, Accra, the headquarters of Pan-Africanism. Kwame Nkrumah said, seek ye political unity. Economic unity will come later. We have never done it. We even call sanctions for ourselves. This is the Africa that we have. Good afternoon in Gaborone, Botswana. Good afternoon in Dar es Salaam. Nyerere said, the only problem that we have is we compete with bigger countries. And we compare ourselves to bigger countries when we cannot even match one of their counties in terms of resources. Was Nyerere right? Yes. Africa, that's what we are. We compete with bigger giants. But we want to do things like bigger giants. And the bigger giants expect us, like America, to talk about human rights in America. You are beating demonstrators on the streets of Chicago, New York, Washington. But you don't want people to keep the rule of law. You don't want us to keep the rule of law in Africa. You give conditions on Africa, on how people should eat their food. But we don't supervise you how you eat your food. Good afternoon, Africa. Good afternoon, Africa. We suffered quite a lot. You put conditions on us. In Amazonia, the situation is worse. In Biafra, the situation is worse. In Libya, the situation is worse. Good afternoon, Africa. But you have chosen a country that has no bad situation like that in Libya, simply because you dismantled Libya. Who helped to dismantle Libya? We shall look at all those. Who dismantled Libya? Who was a member of the United Nations Security Council? Who killed Libya? It is not Kenya, it's not Uganda, it's not Zimbabwe. South Africa voted to dismantle Libya. President Jacob Zuma sent a telegram to his ambassador in the United States of America, in the United Nations Security Council, to vote along with imperial powers to destroy Libya. Oh ye, oh ye, oh ye Africa. Malema today speaks like he doesn't know where the right mouth ends with the white mouth, where the black mouth talks with the white mouth. Who sponsors Malema? Malema has no factory. Malema has no industry. Where does he get the money? Whom is he killing at night to receive the money that he supports his party? We all know in Africa that to be a party leader, you must have either stolen or thieved somewhere. You must be a thief. Most of the party leaders, very few party leaders in Africa come to parties when they have the money. For example, President Uhuru Kenyatta came to be a president of the party when he has his money. He was a businessman. Who was Malema? Who funds Malema? For a long time, we have listened to this cheap talk about Africa. We have praised a man who talks with one mouth and eats with his stomach. A man who goes to the whites to ask for money at night. And I told you one day, about 1 year ago, that I would bring the evidence. And anybody, Kasukwere, of Zimbabwe, you know me. I don't talk without facts. Muzembe, Walter, I don't talk without facts. Jonathan Moyo, I don't talk without facts. You know me. Now I have enough data to put you on trial. All of you, including Malema. Because if you think you are going to push Mnangagwa to a corner, we are also friends of Mnangagwa. And we don't care. The way you are going is the way we shall come. We shall also deal with you in all forms. You cried, you perpetuated violence during the Mugabe regime. Yes, Kasukwere, Walter Muzembe, Jonathan Moyo, you are masters of violence. You are, especially Jonathan Moyo. Hundreds and hundreds of thousands of Zimbabweans who fled Zimbabwe during Mugabe's regime left Zimbabwe because of Jonathan Moyo. Let the truth be talked while we are alive. Jonathan Moyo, you are also hopping, looking for asylum in places 1, 2, 3. Have you seen how you made others suffer? Have you seen where you plan to kill others? You have never apologized for staging my killing at Harare International Airport. You have never, and you still here, you're smiling. I want to tell you, all of you, the G40, that the campaign you are making is because some of us have not come in also. Now we have come. Now we are going to talk. Now we shall defend Zimbabwe. Now we shall defend Mnangagwa. We have defended Mugabe before. We have won. We won a battle. None of you can doubt my capability to defend Zimbabwe. I defended Zimbabwe in Europe, in Africa, in every organization, every meeting that they call. I'm now in the race. Human rights abuses cannot be ignored. If they are there, then the rule of law take place. Human rights abuses are the worst things that we condemn, we all condemn. There's no African country, no European country, except America, which glorifies the killing of Floyd, except Trump, who glorifies the slaughtering of the blacks in America, except Trump, who tries to call Zimbabwe an axis of evil, as if Zimbabwe has a nuclear weapon. Zimbabwe does not have a nuclear weapon, Mr. Trump. Zimbabwe does not possess part of your land of America. Zimbabwe is a democratic sovereign state. Zimbabwe needs sanctions removed from them. Zimbabwe has suffered for 19 years. European Union has removed the sanctions on